Okay, Specialized Venge. Oh, sorry, Specialized Venge, not vegan. All right, so we have cycling tips. Oh, some nice photo. That's a pretty. That's a very beautiful bike. I like the look of that. I love that paint job's very pretty. Reminds me of a Gerolsteiner. Maybe the old Gerolsteiner days, the old Gerolsteiner S-Works Venge back in the day. Venge Tarmac rather. Yeah, it reminds me of that paint job. It's very pretty. Little water droplets. I like that. That's very pretty. It's very feminine. It's a very feminine looking bike here. And it looks like it's a bit lighter than the old Venge. The old Venge that's still in the shops now. Let's have a little look-see. Oh, that is pretty, isn't it? That is very pretty. I love a good bike with it. I love a bike with a good paint job. So let's get into it. Let's now you're going to get there's a lot of aero bikes this week. We got you've got the old Venge Vias disc, which was a pain in the bum for some people. We've got this new Cannondale. We've got to do videos in the Cannondale System 6. We've got the new Propel from last year out. BMC got a new aero disc bike. It's all happening. Let's have a look. Let's go to the Specialized website, specialized.com.au, and let's check out what we've got with these bikes here. So we've got the Peter Sagan. It looks different colour there. That's probably a lot on there. There's a lot put on there. But let's have a look at the bikes. Road. The Venge. Here we go. There is everything. All right. So we have the new Venge Sagan, $14,000. Did that just go up in price? I swear it was cheaper than that a few hours ago. So it's $14,900 Aussie. Would I buy one? Could I afford one? Yes. Would I buy one? No. I'll let you. If I was going to buy another Specialized bike, it would be a Tarmac non-disc, and I'll get into that in a sec. I've been using Specialized product for, Jesus, it's got to be 24, 25 years I've been using Specialized product for. From S-Works shoes, S-Works bikes. I currently have 3 or 4 S-Works bikes in the fleet at my place. Anyway, so this is a pretty looking bike. I love the look of it. I have to zoom in. That's pretty touchy. What I don't like, first thing I noticed is bikes has BB30, aka OSBB, which in my experience is a pain in the rump, creaking and I'm not a fan of the BB30. I used to be a fan of it. I love the idea of it, but how are we having brand new bikes out of the box, first ride, creaking? I demoed a bike, the Tarmac, earlier in the year, and it was creaking. Like the BB, a $13,000 bike shouldn't creak. Anyway, it's not a safety issue. It's not a performance issue. It's just a creaking issue. BB30, I feel, is not good enough yet to be released to the public, even though it's been out for, I think Cannondale first did it, or Klein back in the day. So I feel it's not ready for public release yet. It shouldn't creak. All right, so we got to work out what's going on with the creaking bottom brackets, the BB30. I like Shimano. I like SRAM, GXP. Holotech 2, just easy to put in and out, just fucking easy. So I would rate this bike better if it had just a standard, the cats are going crazy, a standard bottom bracket in there. BB30 I don't rate anymore. For me, BB30 used to be appealing, now it's more of a hindrance. It's disc brake only, and apparently it's Di2 only. So electric gears I'm a fan of. Disc brakes I'm a fan of for certain riding conditions. The pros, in my opinion, from talking to pro riders, they wouldn't choose disc if they had the option. But now, if you're a sprinter riding for Specialized, you don't have an option. You're riding discs, or you're riding, a Tarmac or whatever. Which I don't know. I think there needs to be some level of transparency that if riders are getting paid to ride a disc brake bike versus a non-disc, if they're getting a bonus, hey, let's say hypothetically hey, look, Specialized or Cannondale or Giant, whoever the marketing manager says, look, Sagan or whoever. If you ride the disc brake bike, we'll give you $50,000 per stage. Is that happening? I don't know. One can only speculate. But from talking to pro riders, no pro riders ever said we need better brakes. I mean, they've complained that some of their brakes have been shithouse, but no one who's using Shimano brakes has ever said, these brakes need to be better. No one's ever said that in the pro peloton, from what I've heard. Ask any pro rider, do they need better than Shimano brakes? I don't think you can get better than the Shimano calipers. And the direct mount brakes, they work so good. Direct mount brake on the new Tarmac, perfect. For me, the new Tarmac is almost the perfect bike. take away the BB30, and you got the perfect bike there, in my opinion. The adjustable seat post, the giant TCR I love as well, but that ISP fixed seat post, travel, it's just, it's great, but it's not perfect. But the telescoping seat post on the new tarmac SL6, I rate it. The direct mount brakes, rate it. The ride of that bike, rate it. The weight, the warranty, rate it all. BB30 OSBB, don't rate it. Creaking. And that's why pro riders, I don't see any pro riders using S-Works BB30 cranks, OSBBs, because in my opinion, from what I hear, and from what I've used myself, is Shimano shit just works. SRAM, GXP, it works. So anyway, this is an interesting bike, 3 axles at the back. So this is going to be, I love the paint job. This is a Specialized Venge. The latest one just came out a few days ago, apparently. Is it even in the shops? I haven't seen one in the flesh yet. I think I've seen it on Instagram, a few pics of people. What I do like, though, is they've done this bar, I think it's called the Aerofly 2, correct if I'm wrong. They've done an adjustable cockpit, just a standard bar, standard stem that you can just put on and off. That's really good. And it seems to be a lot easier, less faffing around with cables and wires and from the old Vias, which was like a mechanic's nightmare. And same with the Madone. I mean, most mechanics, when they saw a late model Madone coming in with the little flaps at the front, but they're just like, oh my God, take that bike out, the Cervelo P3 or whatever it's called. These bikes, like, man, I would hate to be a bike mechanic these days and work on some of these bikes. But this bike looks a little bit more mechanic friendly, mechanic friendly. And bike mechanics have got a tough job as it is, so let's make it a bit easier for them. But it does look very clean lines. It looks, pretty. It's got a proprietary seat post in there, so 10 years down the track, can you get a seat post for it? 10 years down the track, can you get a seat post for it? So, that's what I love about a lot of bikes with, Giant or not even Giant, but what brands? Cannondale, 27.2 posts or 30.9, just stuff like that. Just down the track. I get it. A lot of people don't keep their bikes for 5 or 2 years or 10 years, especially some people. But anyway, so this is just the honest, non-sponsored review. Love this color. I love the fact that they've gone for a bike with a head, stem, bar assembly that's adjustable for the rider. I love the fact that it's that color. Really like that. It's got Shimano stuff that works. Only disc brakes, no option for rim brakes. I'm not sure. That's a whole other video. Anyway, so my gripes with this bike straight away. I know that bottom bracket's going to be an issue for some people. That's a given. That's a given. Everything else on the bike though looks pretty standard to be able to work with. So anyway, that's another LUT on that one. That's pretty. But yeah, how many pros ride this S-Works crank? There's a reason for that, in my opinion. The Durace crank works really good. The bottom bracket OSBB. So if you pull if this was my bike, straight away I'd pull the cranks off and put a Durace one on there, non-BB30. But then can you still use the ceramic speed bearings? I don't know how that works. I'm not sure. I'm not that mechanically minded. We've got a 5236, so we've got a mid-compact crank on this bike. We don't even have full aero crank, standard cranks on it anymore, which is good. Yeah, 5211 is still a big fucking gear. I don't know anyone who can spin a 5211 on the flat. Maybe Tom Boonen could, with a good tailwind. And what else we got in the back here? So yeah, it's interesting stuff. The Aerofly 2, 80mm reach 20. Yeah, so I like things that are a bit more easy to source aftermarket if you have a crash or you're traveling. And again, this is Durianrider being Durianrider, Mr. Pragmatic. But this is probably the most pragmatic aero bike out there, and the paint job, that's very, very pretty. And we've got Sagan on there with the 11R. So, it's a pretty looking, but the gunwall tyres, it's a pretty looking bike. And that seat post looks pretty easy to adjust. It looks like a relatively easy bike to work on, except for that OSBB. I mean, come on, guys, get rid of the BB30, get rid of the OSBB. It creaks, it groans. If you have a solution down below for creaking BB30s, let us know. Let us know. I mean, it is just, I don't think, I'm like, I remember getting too old or something, but I hate product that doesn't fucking work properly, or it's ticking and creaking. So that's my first off review of the Specialized Venge. It is looking very pretty bike, very, probably the most pragmatic of the aero bikes out there. And it looks quite pleasing in my eyes. It looked quite pleasing in eyes, and put a Durace crank on there, and you're good to go. Anyway, thoughts, comments, criticisms down below. If I was in the market for a new road bike, I wouldn't get the Venge. I would get the Tarmac. But that's me. You're you. If you like this bike, get it. It looks relatively pragmatic for most situations. There you go. Thoughts, comments, criticisms down below. We'll see you next video. That's the Specialized Venge 2019 done and dusted. Next video we'll do the Cannondale Super 6, System 6 rather, disc. Now I wonder, I'll leave that to the next video.